Good morning, Eights. Mr.Westra here with Half Brother 23, part number 1. Just to give you a reminder of where we've been. So last reading, Ben found out that they are shutting down Project Zan because Zan is not learning language the way Greg Jaworski wants him to. So Richard is worried about his own reputation, so he needs to shut the project down. And so Ben is trying to come up with ways to save the project. So here we go. We're going to read chapter 18 today. Chapter 18, The Last Sign. In early March, Mr. Stotsky gave us a creative writing assignment. We've been reading a collection of short stories that used all sorts of different descriptive techniques, and now we were supposed to write a piece about some part of our daily lives. I started writing out about a typical Sunday morning with Zan. It was fun. There was so much to describe and explain. But 3 paragraphs into it, I started thinking about all the words I was using and how easy it made it. I had so many. Zan had only 66. I knew each of them by heart. At my desk, I wrote them down on a fresh piece of paper. It didn't seem like much to work with. I started my piece again. I decided I would use only Zan's words. I would try to tell the story of his morning in the only way he could tell it. It took me quite a long time. Up. Up now. Come give hug. Hug. Tickle. More tickle. Drink. Sweet drink. Now. No clean. No clean. Hug. Hug. Gimme drink. More. Eat. Drink. Good. Me eat. Hurry. Me eat. Banana. Apple. Gimme sweet. Hurry, you. Milk good. Where baby? My baby. Mine. More hide. More hide baby. Where baby? Their baby. Baby drink. Eat baby eat. Baby mine. Look book. Dog. Brush. Ball. Red ball. My book. Mine. Out. Hurry. You me out. Now out. Shoe on. Hurry shoe. Ball. Me ball. Play sand. Bucket. Mine bucket. Hurry. Give shovel. Hide. Hide toy. Where toy? Me look. Me look. Where toy? Their toy. More hide toy. Listen. Listen bird. Bird eat. Listen. Me drink. Gimme sweet drink. Come tickle. Kiss. Tickle hug. More. Up hug. I called the piece Sunday morning. A week later, when we got our assignments back, my teacher put it face down on my desk. When I turned it over, I saw that he'd written, "Stop messing about," and given me a C-. That night I took it home and asked Mum and Dad to read it. "It's Zan's vocabulary," said Mum. "I understand that," Dad said impatiently, draining his whiskey. "But you're not a chimp, Ben. This is gibberish. What are you trying to prove?" He was right. I was trying to prove something. Something that might help change his mind. "You're saying he's learning words, but not language," I said. "So maybe the problem is the words we're teaching him. He does pretty well with them, but how much can he say with 66 words? You said it yourself. Gibberish." "The amazing thing," said Mum, looking at it again, "is how expressive it is." "Maybe with more words," I said, "and better words. I mean, more verbs and stuff. His sentences would..." "Ben, if you look at the raw data, and Greg and I have over and over again, you'll see that mostly Zan uses the same very few words, and he uses them over and over again for emphasis, for demand. There's very little variation. He'll just never have the grammar or sophistication to do anything more than this. I'm sorry, Ben, but that's the truth." A few weeks later, Peter and I did an evening shift together. Zan was getting impatient for his dinner, bouncing around his suite. He ran up to the small, locked refrigerator, thumped on it, and signed, "Open food box." Peter and I looked at each other, and I said, "Did you see that?" It wasn't just that he'd used a 3-word phrase, a complete sentence, too. It was that he'd never been taught the word for refrigerator, so he'd just gone and made one up on his own. "It makes total sense. Food box," Peter said. "He's never done anything like that before," I said. "It's a creative use of language." I felt this swelling of happiness and hope inside me. Maybe this was the kind of thing that would save Project Zan. A breakthrough. Could this change everything? We told Dad right away, and he seemed interested. Zan did it 3 times, he asked. 3 times he called it a food box, Peter said. Dad pursed his lips and nodded thoughtfully. Does it constitute an abstract use of language, though? He saw the fridge, which to him is just a box. We've never called it that, I pointed out. But he's familiar with all sorts of other boxes, Dad said, like the fun box. But it's an important distinction, too, said Peter, knowing that there can be many different kinds of boxes. I'll write it down and give Greg a call, Dad said. Get his take on it. He just needs more words, Dad, I said. More time. Then he'll be able to put them together better. Zan made up his own word. This was more than just memorizing or mimicking. If that wasn't language, what was? But I got the sense it didn't matter to Dad. It was like he'd already decided that the project was a failure, and nothing would change his mind. Early in April, I told Mum and Dad all my ideas about how we could keep Zan, assuming the project was going to be cancelled. They both listened without saying anything, which freaked me out a bit because I was so used to Mum, and especially Dad, interrupting me. I want to show you something, Dad told me. He got his attaché case from the hall and pulled out a newspaper clipping. It was a story about some woman in the U.S. who had a 12-year-old chimp as a pet. The chimp had been in commercials for soft drinks and fast food chains. He'd even been on a TV show as a wacky sidekick for a pizza delivery guy. According to the news story, a repairman came over to fix the dishwasher, and the chimp decided he didn't like the repairman. He attacked him. He mauled the guy's face, crushed his hands, and might have killed him if the chimp's owner hadn't started stabbing her own pet with a steak knife. Then the cops came and shot the chimp dead. They're not pets, Ben, said Mum gently. I shook my head. Zan would never do anything like that. Look what he did to Ryan, Dad pointed out. That was baby teeth. I bet this other chimp wasn't raised like Zan, I said. Maybe he wasn't treated well. Peter said they beat showbiz chimps if they don't behave. Anyway, when Zan bit Ryan, it was because of that stupid chair of yours. Ryan deserved it. But how about Joyce Leonardon? Dad said. That took the wind out of my sails. Joyce hadn't done anything to provoke Zan into biting her. That's what had made it so scary. It seemed really sudden and unpredictable. The fact is, said Mum, we can't keep a chimp in our house. I looked at her. But I thought you loved him. Mum just smiled at me, kindly, and said, I'm a scientist too, Ben. It's better for everyone, Dad said. Not me, I said, and not Zan.